So we are starting with the topic weather and meteorology. So before we start with weather and meteorology, what is that comes to your mind that whether weather and meteorology are important topics with respect to the drone operations? Do you think that weather is really impacting the drone operations? Will impact the drone operations?
Yes, sir.
Yes,
In how?
safety of the drone, line of sight reduce over if there are clouds.
Correct.
Uh, Wind conditions also will matter because uh, in rotorcraft you need that much battery. If there's higher wind, the motors will need more power to balance and center out in
It
that.
won't be stable like.
Yeah,
Yeah, correct. Correct. So weather plays a very big role in aviation, okay, especially.
Right.
Same thing is applicable to the drone also, since drone, what kind of drones we are flying, whether we are flying fixed wing, whether we are flying rotorcraft, or whether we are flying hybrid. So all three category of drones will definitely get impacted because of the weather. So as Ranshi told about, visibility is there, wind is there, you know, all these things really matters when we are flying. Though the operation is limited to location, limited to area, limited to the infrastructure and all the things, but still we are flying in open these activities, so definitely weather will play a bigger role.
so do drones also experience turbulence?
Yes, if you are flying a
Possible, yeah.
fixed wing, if you're flying a fixed wing at 20,000 feet, or whatever 10,000, 20,000 feet, those will definitely encounter the turbulence.
Turbulence, yeah.
Yes. In fact, they are more susceptible to the turbulence because their
Turbulence.
size is small.
Small.
So see, basically the bigger structure can withstand the bigger turbulence, but smaller structures may not because it will not able to counteract that much turbulence over
When,
it.
yeah,
It doesn't have that much power and all. So
exactly.
engines are small, so
Yeah,
definitely.
it can get crashed. Like,
Yeah. So normally in this such conditions, you have to abort your mission, or you're flying a fixed wing. You may have to recourse your flight plan, or you may have to take
wait for
action
the right weather.
or maybe you have to wait for weather to get better.
Clear.
That's the reason we are not going tomorrow, right?
Yeah, that's the reason why we are not going tomorrow for flying.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. So how do we know more about the weather? So first thing is what the Earth is covered by the atmosphere. The atmosphere is a layer of gases that envelops a planet. So when we talk about the gases, what are these gases we are talking about? Which gases we are talking about? Any idea?
All the like carbon
Oxygen,
the hydrogen.
nitrogen, carbon
Yeah,
dioxide.
dioxide.
The air what we breathe is a combination of all these
Of all
gases.
these
All
gases.
this.
Okay, so atmosphere is a layer of gases that envelops a planet. The Earth's atmosphere varies vertically. Okay, remember this word. Earth's atmosphere varies vertically and horizontally in parameters like pressure, temperature, humidity, and density.
Density.
That means if you are sitting in Mumbai, Mumbai ka pressure, temperature, humidity, and density will be 1 point. Whereas if you are sitting in Surat, its pressure, temperature, humidity, and density would be different. If you are sitting in Delhi, the pressure, temperature, humidity, density would be
Will be
different. If you are
different.
sitting in Lonavala, your pressure, temperature, humidity, density will be different. If you are sitting in Kolkata, your pressure, temperature, humidity, density would be there. If you are sitting on Everest, pressure, temperature, humidity, density will be different. If you are sitting in Kutch, again the pressure, temperature, humidity, density will be different. If you are sitting in Uti or Kodaikanal, okay, those locations, pressure, temperature, humidity, and density. So that's what we say. Earth atmospheres varies vertically and horizontally. So vertically यानी height पे. Like
Height.
Mumbai का vertic we are very close to the sea level, whereas Delhi is very high above the ground.
Yes.
If you go to Mahabaleshwar, again that is high above. So varies vertically. हॉरिजॉन्टली मुंबई में अलग हो सकता है, सूरत में अलग हो सकता है, कच्छ में अलग हो सकता है, दिल्ली में अलग हो सकता है, मध्य प्रदेश में अलग हो सकता है, इंदौर में अलग हो सकता है, नागपुर में अलग होगा, नासिक में अलग होगा. तो हॉरिजॉन्टली ऑल्सो द एटमॉस्फेयर will
So
vary.
varies.
Yeah. So that's what. So if you see on that small small image about the atmosphere, you can see from zero, from the ground zero, till 12 kilometers you have something called troposphere.
Troposphere.
Okay, this troposphere is the region, it's the biggest region and maximum region where the temperature will vary from 15 degree to minus 56 degrees. You can see here, okay, 15 to minus 56 degrees, and the region is from 0 to 12, max to max 18 kilometers.
18 kilometers.
In this, where your hot air balloons, your commercial flights, civil airline flights, all they fly. Okay, above troposphere you have something called stratosphere. Okay, stratosphere starts from 11 to 50 kilometers. Then you have mesospheres where you will see rockets, satellites, meteors, all those flying. You know, here the temperature varies from minus 2.5 to minus 56 degrees. So this is very cold temperature here. But as you climb up, you go to thermosphere from 80 to 90 kilometers above. So there where you will see the temperature is high. Okay, so it starts with minus, at the boundary it might be minus 86 or something, but then temperature will start rising over here. Okay, this thermosphere is a layer where you will have a little bit higher temperature. But as you climb again back to exosphere, and then you are inside the space or out in the space. Okay,
Yeah.
where you will not feel anything. It will be completely cold and dark. Okay, so basically you see in exosphere your satellites, your spacecraft, and all those like your space system, other space telescopes, all that thing happens. Whereas if you see our commercial aeroplanes, civil airlines, all that things fly in troposphere. So
Troposphere.
our drones will be also flying in troposphere.
Troposphere.
So one thing remember, the Earth's atmosphere varies vertically and horizontally in parameters like pressure, temperature, humidity, and density. So weather is the state of the atmosphere describing, for example, the degree to which it is hot. Like normally अभी हम लोग weather देखे बाहर तो क्या बोलेंगे, cloudy है, gloomy है, right? थोड़ा सा cold है, hot भी नहीं है, cold भी नहीं है actually देखा जाए.
Pleasant.
फिर wet है actually, it is not dry. Okay, calm है, stormy नहीं है. It's not clear, but it is a cloudy climate, right?
Cloud.
Note, weather is the one factor in modern aviation over which man has no control.
No control.
We have been studying the weather for last almost like 100, 200, 300 years. You know, you see the weather stations across the globe. There are weather stations which are almost like 100, 200 years old. Okay, so humans are studying the weather since 17th, 18th century onwards, because earlier people used to travel in the ship from one continent to another continent and all those things. So they used to study weather, they used to study, you know, the behavior of the atmosphere or behavior of the weather across the globe. So weather was studied for a very long period. We have a good amount of data, we have a good amount of information, everything, but still we do not have a control. राइट अभी हमारा लास्ट टू लास्ट वीक ये फोरकास्ट था कि शायद दिस वीक इट विल बी क्लियर. Okay, and that's why we plan to do the theory and practical flying. But unfortunately, you see today we are saying it is wet climate over here or cloudy climate here in India especially. Okay, so we do not have a control based on the historical data and the forecast. It was forecasted was supposed to have a clear climate, okay, or good climate for flying and all that thing. But unfortunately, it is not as per our data or as per our predictions. Okay, so that's why I say weather is the one factor in modern aviation over which man has no control.
No control.
Okay, so meteorology is a branch of atmospheric science which includes atmospheric chemistry and atmospheric physics. The atmospheric chemistry, matlab like normally we'll study what does it consist of, what kind of gases, what kind of composition the atmosphere has, and the physics is like how the behavior is there of temperature, humidity, density, all that things, pressure, all that things what we study. These are the major focus. So once you understand the chemistry and the physics of the atmosphere, you are able to start predicting. Our prediction sometimes is 100% accurate, but sometimes it falls also there. Sometimes 80%, sometimes become 50%, sometimes zero भी हो जाता है, उल्टा हो जाता है पूरा. Okay, हमारा मुंबई नहीं क्या मेट्रोलॉजिकल डिपार्टमेंट प्रेडिक्ट करता है कि टुडे देयर विल बी रेन, और उस दिन रेन ही नहीं होता है, और जिस दिन प्रेडिक्ट नहीं करता है रेन नहीं होगा उस दिन रेन हो जाता है. तो समटाइम्स दे गो रॉन्ग ऑल्सो. But we should not blame them because end of the day they are also humans, so they are actually predicting based only on
Yeah.
historical data. Okay, they are not predicting on something, but whatever it is. Sometimes their forecasts go 100% right. Okay, but sometimes it goes wrong also.
Yeah.
So to understand the meteorological hazards, their effects on the aircraft, and how to minimize the risk possessed by those hazards. Okay, so basically, why we study the meteorology, because we want to see what are the meteorological hazards and their effects on the aircraft. Okay, suppose I am flying from Mumbai to Delhi as a pilot. Okay, I am responsible for the aircraft and for the passengers. So I have to make sure that they go safely from one location to another location. So there could be meteorological hazards in my path. So I have to understand what is the current status of weather in Mumbai before the flight and in next couple of hours over the path. So I have to study what is the weather currently at Surat, maybe at Vadodara, maybe at Ahmedabad, maybe at Jaipur, maybe at Delhi also. So on my path plot, whatever is there, I have to study certain locations, certain areas, and see how they are. Because I would say every 50 to 100 kilometers, your weather pattern changes. The weather changes. Okay, so you have to see that over the period, over the path, where what options or what information is available, and you have to forecast or you have to check with the ATC on the patterns. Okay, because they will be having the real time accurate information about the weather also. To identify the weather information that is required for each flight, to interpret actual and forecast weather condition for documentation provided. यानी कि जब मैं फ्लाइट प्लान करता हूँ, लाइक आई माइट बी फ्लाइंग डेली फ्रॉम मुंबई टू दिल्ली एंड बैक. ओके, डेली मेरा फ्लाइट चलता रहेगा, बट स्टिल एवरी डे I have to submit the report. I have to submit the documentation. It has to get approved. Then only I am eligible to fly the aeroplane on that path. Okay, if my flight plan is not been approved, I cannot fly the aeroplane. So I have to submit my report, my study, my understanding 24 hours prior. Okay, to the ATC. And once the ATC approves it, then only I am eligible for flying the aircraft.
Yeah, work permit, right?
So to analyze and evaluate weather information before flight and in flight. So it is not only about before the flight, even during the flight, I have to continuously monitor the weather patterns. If in case I face any difficulty or problem, I should consult ATC. Like if I am facing turbulence or anything, that point in time, I may have to reach out to ATC and ask them to give me a correction coordinates. Okay, maybe they will tell you to climb 5,000 or 10,000 feet depending upon your position, current position, or they may be horizontally tell you to alter your path for certain area, certain period of time, and then rejoin back to the original path. They might say that. So depending upon the requirement and the traffic in that particular region, they will tell you the correction required for your flight plan. Okay. A knowledge of a meteorology will at least enable the aviator to anticipate some of the difficulties which weather may cause. Okay, so knowledge of a meteorology will at least enable to certain extent, okay, to anticipate what could be the problem. Okay, so if I study the weather pattern over my flight plan, I will able to understand where I could encounter difficulty in flying my aeroplane. Okay, and then I can have some remediation plan for that. Okay, freehand plan that I may have to alter my route, or may I have to alter my altitude of my flight and all that thing, depending in consultation with ATC. Okay, on my own I cannot decide the path. Okay, I have to always consult the ATC, communicate to the ATC, and based on, because ATC is monitoring that entire region, okay, or that location, so they know better than me, because I am able to see all. I am not able to see what are other aircrafts are coming or going in that direction. So ATC has that visibility of entire, so they might tell you the exact what is required or what can be done in the scenario where the weather is impacting your flight. Clear?
Yes, sir.
Now, how do we understand the weather? Like I am sitting in Mumbai, I am yet to take off my flight. How do I will know what is the weather in Surat, or how do I know what is the weather in Ahmedabad, or what is the weather in Delhi? If I want to know the weather, earlier there was something called as METAR. METAR reports used to come. METAR is nothing but meteorological aerodrome report. So every airport or every aerodrome, okay, normally every 6 hours they will release a METAR. Okay, a METAR is a small SMS kind of information which talks about the information about the weather at that particular location. So there are two METARs available. One is the current weather, and then there is a forecast of weather. Okay, so two METARs were released by every aerodrome, so that pilot will able to read that METAR and anticipate what is the current condition of the weather over there and what is the forecast of the METAR. So METAR gives us the required data such as wind direction, wind speed, etc. needed for space. So the drone operator needs to cross-check the METAR for space or future operators where we don't raise the drone. Okay? तो अगर हमको ड्रोन फ्लाइंग करना है तो इसलिए वो 16 है. So the 16 will necessarily require to understand your weather conditions where you are going to fly your. So even in the rotorcraft also, when you're flying there, your operation is currently under VLOS conditions, that is visual line of sight. You may be flying within the area of like let's say 2 kilometers to 5 kilometers range. You still need to have a clear understanding of the weather for that particular period of time when you are flying your drone. Okay, so let's see now how METAR is understood or read. So I need to just stop this presentation and open the browser so that we are able to see some METARs. Okay, so earlier, as I said, it is a small SMS, small structure SMS kind of information used to come. But now, because of the technology advancement and all the things, mostly the aerodromes and airports have their own websites which releases the METAR information. Okay. I hope you are able to see my browser. Okay, so I will type here METAR.
Yes, sir.
Okay, so first,
Mumbai.
right. So this is a METAR. I will just little bit scroll down. So you can see here this is a METAR information. Okay, so earlier this information was sent to the pilots. So based on this information, they have to understand what is the weather conditions over there. But now, since because of advancement of weather, advancement of technology, you don't need to read actually this particular information. It is available in a much simpler way. You can see here Chhatrapati Shivaji International Airport, Mumbai, India. Latitude of the airport is 19 degrees dot 07 north and longitude is 72 degrees 51 east. Elevation of that airport is 8 meters. So from the sea level, mean sea level, our airport is at height of 8 meters. Okay, the report was made 9 minutes ago at 5:30 UTC. Okay, 5:30 UTC. Okay, so as we said, all the time coordinates in aviation are been following UTC time zone. Okay. Wind is flowing at 11 knots, so थोड़ा windy है. Okay. Temperature of the Mumbai airport is 29 degrees. Humidity is 84. Pressure is 1006 hectopascal. Visibility is 3000 meters. That means 3 kilometers तक आपका visibility है. There are few scattered clouds at 18,000 feet. Few clouds at 2500 feet, towering cumulus. Broken clouds at height of 10,000 feet. There is little bit misty. Okay, so this is the current weather. So whatever is written here is here also. You see here in METAR, VABB is nothing but Mumbai International Airport. The name Chhatrapati Shivaji International Airport. Earlier it was called as Bombay Airport. That's why the station ID is same. Okay, then you can see here this is the time. Then you can see here the wind 11 knots. Okay, then 3,000. Okay, scattered at 18,000. Few at 25,000. Okay, broken at 10,000. Then you can see that temperature and humidity, pressure. Okay, and then you know some other additional information is given in METAR. Okay, so this is how this was the information was available initially for pilot earlier, before when there was no web and all the things. So people used
The SMS used to come in this format.
it's like SMS or something. I mean, they had a separate panel on which in the aircraft you will get this information on the screen.
Okay.
The, 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 textual information will available. So based on this, you have to interpret how the weather is there. But now it has become very simpler. Okay, because you can see
हाँ
here
जी जी
it's very easy to read. Like temperature 29 है, humidity 84 है, right?
yeah
Wind is at 11 knots. So it makes very simpler. Now if you
exactly
see on the middle part, it is a forecast. Okay, forecast. Okay, report was made 39 minutes ago. Forecast valid from 2 UTC to 2 ATC. Wind could be 15 knots from west. Few clouds, scattered clouds, few clouds, broken clouds. Light rain shower, mist. Okay, wind could be beyond this. There could, so they are just given some forecasters. Okay, so earlier forecast was like this. This was like forecast. So you have to interpret the pilot. So there is a separate study. There is a separate subject for CPL for pilot called meteorology. So this is of the topic where in the questions examination they would give you this scenario and they will ask you to interpret the weather. You have to interpret each words, each line items. What does it mean? Okay, like temperature, humidity, broken clouds, few scattered clouds. Okay, scattered clouds at 18,000, like this. You know, all this you need to interpret. So they may give you this forecast also. Okay, so ये पूरा आपको interpret करना पड़ता है exam. I'm talking about CPL, the pilots who becomes. Okay. So this we saw about the Mumbai. Let's see some other location now. Let's say METAR for Nasik. You can see for Nasik. So every location will have its own different type of website. Okay, this is little bit more pictorial, user friendly. Okay, so you can see it is meter for VAOZ because Nasik airport is not in exact Nasik, but it is outskirts of Nasik, that is in Ozar. Okay, so station ID is VAOZ. Okay, so 26 डिग्री टेम्परेचर है, 14 नॉट से विंड फ्लाई हो रहा है. विजिबिलिटी इज गुड बट 6 किलोमीटर का विजिबिलिटी. मुंबई में कितना था? 300 मीटर, दैट इज 3 किलोमीटर. Okay, here the visibility is good. Okay, 6 kilometers. Cloud is there at 2,500 feet. Pressure is normal 1008 hectopascal. Okay, you can. Okay, so you can see here pictorial they have put it very well. Easy to see and understand. Okay. Temperature is 26 degree. Dew point is 23. Humidity is 84%. Okay. This is how you. Okay, so this is METAR over here. Here this METAR. You can see. This is actually your METAR. This is what they have converted this particular information into easy for reading, easy for understanding. Okay.
GUI थोड़ा बना है.
User interface easy कर दिया.
Yeah.
Very easy to interpret.
Understand. Yeah.
Okay. Let's see for Delhi now. Okay. I can change here the airport now. Okay. New Delhi. Okay, so Indira Gandhi International Airport, New Delhi. Latitude देखो 28 डिग्री है. Okay, longitude is 77. Elevation देखो कितना है? 220 meters. मुंबई का कितना था? 8 meters. ठीक है. Report was made 16 minutes ago. Wind is blowing at 6 knots. Temperature is 28 degree. Humidity is 84. Pressure is 1002 hectopascal. Visibility is 3,500. Few clouds at height. broken clouds, few clouds, broken clouds, light rain. Okay, this is option is there. If you scroll down little, so you can get the meta report over here. Okay. Similarly, middle side you can see the forecast. Okay, so you can see your wind will be flowing at 10 knots. Visibility would be little bit better compared to what is current. Okay, so maybe visibility will improve. Okay, few clouds, mist, light rain. So more or less when the weather is going to be remain similar with little bit fluctuations in parameters. Okay, so you can go to a meteorological site by typing IMD. Okay, and you can see the cloud pattern over there. You can see it. Okay, so if you see the okay, so yesterday when evening I was saying the complete this clouds what you are seeing here, this was here. Okay, currently probably the weather would get clear. Okay, but we do not sure about it because all of a sudden क्योंकि ये ना cycling होता है इसमें, the weather would cycling in this. Like if you see something back. तो अभी क्या हो रहा है ऑन द ईस्टर्न पार्ट द वेदर इज बेसिकली गेटिंग more and more worse. Okay, but earlier it was on the western side. Okay, so you can see here. Okay, so right now lot of activities happening in the Bay of Bengal. जब लास्ट वीक बहुत बारिश गिर रहा था बॉम्बे में, बहुत बारिश गिर रहा था, कंटिन्यूस फ्लडिंग हुआ था, 4 दिन बारिश गिर रहा था. दैट टाइम द लो प्रेशर वाज क्रिएटेड इन अरेबियन सी and that is why reason we had lot of rain in Maharashtra and all that location. अभी जो एक्टिविटी हो रहा है देखो अभी बे ऑफ बंगाल में हो रहा है. So especially like area like West Bengal, Odisha, Andhra Pradesh, Chennai, all these will encounter lot of rains. Okay, so abhi flow will be from the northeast side. Okay, so it will start pushing the clouds from this side and it will come. So it will reach up to Western Ghats here. Okay, so probably if you see tomorrow picture might be different, or maybe after some time, maybe let's see in the evening. Okay, we can if you want I can just take a screenshot of this and keep it for our understanding. I will post it in the group also so that we have a reference to see how weather was at this point in time. So let's see this in the evening again, this website. How so you will come to know how this is a real time images of the cloud. Okay, so this is a real satellite images.
From
This was taken somewhere around what time?
10
नहीं 10:30.
10:30.
10:30 को लिया होगा. ओके, तो IST that is 2nd September 10:30 के आसपास लिया. Animation also you can see clouds का movement कैसे हो रहा है.
Yeah.
You can see, right? See the clouds are moving little bit on the west side, right?
Yeah.
They are forming in the Bay of Bengal. Bay of Bengal यहाँ पे जो Kishan Junction पे. There might be a storm could get created also. Okay.
Yeah.
You can see the pattern here and see
Hmm.
different like here.
Whatever it was.
See how it is happening. Okay. So these things are not been taught by any other
Institute.
institutes basically. These are not been even when I studied for my pilot training and all the things, I was not aware. I mean, though I had a different background and all the things, but in the training these things are not been told or not been shown, which is very
Okay.
important for students to understand the weather and interpret
Meteorological, yeah.
meteorological kitna important है. मतलब people were focusing only on drone flying, so it's not only about drone flying. See, आप drone flying तो कर ही लोगे. Eventually we'll learn flying the drones and all this, but there are a lot of other aspects to become a good pilot.
Yeah.
Not only from drone, I'm saying from any pilot. The
Knowledge wise.
knowledge wise you should be self-sufficient to know the things what is what and how things are
Yeah.
important for your safe flying.
Thank you, sir.
Okay, so that was all about the METAR. Okay, so METAR stands for Meteorological Aerodrome.
Report.
It gives us the required data such as wind direction, wind speed, cloud का information है, temperature का है, humidity है. All that information is given. Okay. For drone operation, we need to cross check the METAR. तो नॉर्मली हम लोग जब ड्रोन फ्लाइंग करते हैं तो हम लोग नॉर्मली मेटार देखते हैं, बट सिंस आवर लोकेशन इज नॉट क्लोजर टू एनी ऑफ द एयरपोर्ट, तो नॉर्मली हमको क्या करना पड़ता है, वी नॉर्मली सी द मेटार ऑफ 3 लोकेशंस. वन इज द नासिक, वी सी मुंबई एंड पुणे. ये तीनों का हम लोग कॉम्बिनेशन देख के देखते हैं कि क्या हो सकता है. ओके, इफ ऑल द 3 लोकेशंस हैज अ सिमिलर काइंड ऑफ कंडीशंस, वी इंटरप्रेट, and also Surat also. Okay, so these 4 locations, because if you see Igatpuri is at the center of all these 4 locations like Mumbai, Surat, Nasik and Pune. Okay, so all these 4 locations का आप मेटर देख के आप इंटरप्रेट करते हो कि वैतरना में या इगतपुरी में क्या वेदर हो सकता है. बट अगेन दैट लोकेशन इटसेल्फ इज अ लिटिल बिट स्ट्रेंज लोकेशन. जैसे कि आप देखो पूरा जगह पे कहीं पे भी नहीं फॉग रहेगा, इगतपुरी में फॉग कभी भी हो सकता है. Okay, that's why it is called as a fog city also. So that location, because of the terrain, because of the lake, such a big Vaitarna lake is a very big lake. Okay, बहुत बड़ा lake है वो. It supplies water to entire Mumbai and locations, right? Thane, Mumbai, all that locations. Plus that river Vaitarna lake से जो पानी निकलता है, which forms as a river further, Vaitarna river, and which ends into Arabian Sea in Virar. Okay, जो विरार में आपका रिवर आता है, विरार के पास जो ब्रिज है वहाँ पे जो रिवर मीट करता है सी को, that is the same water which comes from the Vaitarna lake following through the Vaitarna river pattern. Okay, so there are several apps, not necessary you have to read and go through. There are some apps are also available. You can download any of these apps in your mobile. Some are paid, some are free. Okay, I have been especially using Windy because they give you more accurate information about the weather and all things. On iPhone, by default, it has its own weather app available, so you can use that weather app also. So on Android, you can use Windy. On iPhone, if you have iPhone, you can use iPhone built-in weather app also, which gives you more good and accurate weather conditions or forecasts. Okay, so any questions so far on the METAR part or atmosphere or topics what we have learned?
No,
right?
good, sir. Yeah, we are good.
So international standard atmosphere. So international standard atmosphere is a static atmospheric model of how the pressure, temperature, density and viscosity of Earth's atmosphere changes over a wide range of altitudes and elevations. So basically what happens, जैसे अभी मुंबई है, आप मुंबई में you might be staying for a very long period, so you must be knowing that Mumbai is a humid climate. So every location it has its own type of atmosphere, types of its own points, like pressure, एक particular pressure रहेगा, मुंबई का एक temperature रहेगा, एक मुंबई का एक average density रहेगी, viscosity. So every location has its own atmospheric model, static atmospheric model. Okay, so ICAO ने क्या किया है, these values location wise there are some tables they have created. There is a table which has been published by ICAO which gives the values for each location. Okay, so these are some standard atmospheric settings. Okay, so मुंबई में है तो ये आपका नॉर्मली आपका टेम्परेचर 29 के आसपास ही होगा. 20 मतलब एवरेज देखोगे तो इट विल बी अराउंड 29 प्लस माइनस 2 to 5 degree of temperature. So that would be your average temperature. So there is a standard table which is available, which is published by ICAO as International Standard Atmospheres. Okay. So this standard says what, that MSL temperature. Okay. So at mean sea level, anywhere in the globe, the mean sea level temperature would be always 15 degrees Celsius. Okay. Mean sea level pressure would be always 1013.25 hectopascal. Mean sea level density would be 122.5 grams per cubic meter. And the lapse rate would be 1.98 degree per 1000 feet. यानी क्या कि सपोज मुंबई का टेम्परेचर हमने देखा मेटर में, इट वाज शोइंग 29 डिग्रीज. ओके, अगर मैं लोनावला जाता हूँ, लोनावला इज 1000 फीट हाई, तो माई टेम्परेचर विल रिड्यूस फ्रॉम 29 टू -1.98. तो आप 29 में से 1.98 माइनस करो, और रफली ऑन एवरेज साइड प्रैक्टिकली वी यूज लैब्स रेट एज 2 डिग्री पर 1000 फीट. तो आप 2 डिग्री कम करो, तो लोनावला might have a temperature of 27 degrees. Mahabaleshwar is let's say 2000 feet. So that 2000 feet means another 2 degree less. So maybe Mahabaleshwar temperature would be around 25 degree. Okay, अगर आप suppose ऊटी जाते हो, कोडाई कनाल जाते हो, which is at 7000, 8000 feet. Okay, so 8 into 2 is 16. So 29 minus 16. So that would be roughly around I think 13 or 14 degrees. That's why you will see कोडाई कनाल ऊटी में हमेशा टेम्परेचर कोल्ड रहता है. So as you climb every 1000 feet, temperature drops by 2 degrees. Got it? So that's why we say always going to the hill station is always colder. Right? कभी हम लोग कोई सापुत्रा, सपोज यहाँ पे नजदीक में सापुत्रा करके है, या इवन इगतपुरी जैसे लोकेशंस पे जाते हो, which is at a good elevation point, 500 feet रहेगा या whatever 200 feet, 300 feet, whatever it is. So considerably the temperature, like जैसे अगर आप जा रहे हो, when you are going from Mumbai to Vaitarna, as you cross Shahpur area, okay, you will immediately start feeling cold. While coming back also you can notice this difference. While coming back from Vaitarna to Mumbai, you are still in Vaitarna, you are in Igatpuri, you are in Kasara, you will feel cold. But as you start descending, you reach Shahpur, and as you cross the Shahpur, आपको humid feel होना चालू होगा, hot feel होना चालू होगा, बॉम्बे का वेदर फील होना चालू हो जाएगा. So that difference you can observe, you can feel it. Okay, so I'm just giving you this input so that you can see the difference. Okay, so type of pressure,
That is because of change of altitude. Yeah?
change of altitude, change of location, change of like how close you are to the sea. Mumbai is very close to the sea, right? Next to the sea itself. So more closer to the sea, you will have a humidity. You are more away from the sea, you might feel dry and cold weather. Okay, depending upon your altitude again. If you are very I mean you may be somewhere in Nagpur. See, Nagpur is very far from sea, so you will feel there a dry hot. Okay, but you will not feel humid also. It will be dry and hot. But at Mumbai you will feel humid climate. If you are in Delhi, you will feel very cold because it's very elevated, high elevated, and above very far from the sea level also. Okay. So in aviation community, the terms QNE, QNH, and QFE are used to describe standard pressure, local altimeter, and field elevation respectively. Yesterday we have seen this. I told you that we will be revising this again in meteorology. So QFE is nothing but field elevation. Okay, QFE is the altimeter pressure setting at takeoff location where it indicates height. So मैंने बोला था ग्राउंड पे अगर आपका ड्रोन है या ग्राउंड पे आपका एरोप्लेन है, तो QFE will read 0 degree.
Yes.
It will read 0 degree. Okay, so that's what we call as field elevation. Field का elevation, field का height. So as you climb, whatever the reading is your meter is showing, altimeter is showing, that is what is your QFE. So height would be like 1 feet, 2 feet, 10 feet, 100 feet, 200 feet, depending upon your elevation or depending on your height from the runway. Okay, so that's why QFE is called field elevation, or it is also called as indicates height. Okay, QNH is a nautical height. Nautical height means which is respect to the mean sea level. Okay, nautical. So QNH is a altimeter pressure setting at the takeoff location reduced to MSL under the ISA, that is International Standard Atmospheric Condition, which indicates altitude. तो इसमें क्या हो जाएगा, मीन सी लेवल, योर मुंबई एयरपोर्ट इज एट 8 meters एलिवेशन, राइट, और आपने टेक ऑफ किया एंड यू आर नियर द सी. ओके, तो नियर द सी है और आपका अल्टीमीटर हाइट पे है 20 feet. तो 20 feet प्लस द एलिवेशन 8 feet. तो QNH will read as 28 feet. Okay.
Yes.
QFE will read as 20 feet. Got it?
Yeah.
QFE will read as 20 feet.
20.
QNH will read as
20.
28 feet. So you have to add that elevation,
8 meters from the water.
8 meters from the sea level.
Yeah.
Whereas QNE is the altimeter pressure setting at standard atmospheric pressure. That is 1013.25 hectopascal, which indicates the flight level. मिडल ऑफ द सी, आपने टेक ऑफ किया मुंबई एयरपोर्ट से, आपने क्यूएफई बताया, क्यूएनएच बताया, नाउ यू आर क्रूजिंग टुवर्ड्स मस्कत और यू आर क्रूजिंग टुवर्ड्स दुबई फॉर एग्जांपल, मिडल ऑफ द सी है, तो मिडल ऑफ द सी में तो कोई रेफरेंस पॉइंट ही नहीं है आपके पास. तो व्हाट इज द रेफरेंस यू टेक इट इज द स्टैंडर्ड एटमॉस्फेरिक प्रेशर. Okay, so standard atmospheric pressure will be 1013.25 hectopascal. So at this particular pressure level, your altitude will read as 0. Okay, as you climb, your pressure will reduce, your height will increase. Okay, as you climb down, I mean as you descend down, your pressure will increase, your altitude will decrease. Clear on QFE, QNE and QNE?
Oh, sir.
Yes, sir.
Right? So here again very simple pictorial, you can see here flight level hai. Okay, so with respect to the mean sea level, QNH, okay, the altitude is nothing but elevation plus height. Okay, so QFE plus elevation is your QNH.
Yeah.
Whereas middle in the sea there is no reference. यहाँ पे कैसा mean sea level है, देखो ये blue line जो है ये mean sea level है. Okay, this mean sea level is derived on the data point for almost 10 years. तो 10 years का जो एवरेज निकाला जाता है कि हाई टाइड कब था, कितना हाई टाइड था, लो टाइड कितना था, उसका एवरेज निकाल के मीन सी लेवल निकाला जाता है. तो बेस्ड ऑन दैट मीन सी लेवल यू फाइंड द एल्टीट्यूड. बट इन मिडल ऑफ द सी देयर इज नथिंग चेंजिंग, राइट? वाटर इज जस्ट मूविंग अप एंड डाउन, so there is no up and down to measure the reference point. So we normally take with respect to standard atmospheric, जहां पे आपका ये atmospheric setting रहेगा, that setting would be 0 degree for QNE. Okay, so 0 meters or 0 feet it could be. So if your aeroplane is somewhere here at this particular point, it will read QNE as 0. Okay, so as it climbs up, accordingly whatever the pressure, the the altitude will be converted. That would be your flight level. Clear?
Yes, sir.
Yes.
Any questions here on QNH, QNE, QFE? So with respect to the drone, we only are interested in QFE. We are not flying drone any time given point in time on the sea.
Sea level.
Most of the time flying the drones on the land. Okay, so we are more interested in QFE. So our drone things will be always reading the height, either in meters or in feet. तो नॉर्मली हम लोग ड्रोन का जो हाइट है वो मीटर्स में रीड करते हैं. जब हम लोग प्रैक्टिकल्स करेंगे तो आई विल शो यू ऑन द स्क्रीन हाउ मच हाइट द करंट ड्रोन इज. सो यू मे हैव टू पुट द समवेयर अराउंड 3 मीटर्स 4 मीटर्स के आसपास आपको ड्रोन को मेंटेन करना है फ्लाइंग के टाइम. ओके,
Yeah.
that was all about the pressure. Okay, so we saw the temperature is mean sea level temperature is 15 degrees Celsius. तो ये मीन सी लेवल पे, ये लेवल पे आपका टेम्परेचर कितना होगा? 15 रहेगा. एवरी 1000 फीट आप क्लाइंब करोगे आपका टेम्परेचर डिक्रीज 2 डिग्री से डिक्रीज होता जाएगा. तो अगर आपका एरोप्लेन 10,000 फीट पे 10,000 फीट गया तो 29 का 10,000 यानी 10 टाइम्स 10 into 2 20 डिग्री कम हो जाएगा. सो 29 से माइनस 20 करो, कितना? तो 9 डिग्री हो जाएगा आपका टेम्परेचर. Okay, so at 10,000 feet, approximately your temperature would be 9 degrees.
9 degree.
Okay, now let's see the wind. How do we measure the wind? So to measure the wind, anemometer is used. It is a device that is used to find the wind speed. Okay, it is an analog as well as digital. Analog anemometers are fixed, while digital anemometers are pocket size and compatible. आपने कोई भी weather station देखो, आप do you know where are the weather stations in Mumbai?
No, sir.
One is in Kolaba.
Correct.
And one is on JVLR.
One is in Santa Cruz.
Santa Cruz, yeah, near the airport. Yeah. These three I know, sir. Any other?
No, no. In Mumbai, we have only two locations. One is at Colaba and one is at Santa Cruz.
सैंटा क्रूज. हाँ
Okay. The
हाँ
next
सॉरी
weather.
उसका एंटेना JVLR पे है, वो डॉपलर रेडियो वहाँ पे.
So basically, they will actually keep the track of, since Mumbai is a metropolitan city and required, and these weather stations are very very old, more than 100
Yes.
plus years. Okay, they have been set up during the British. Right, so they used to measure the weather. See, basically, see how they were intelligent. They like, we normally don't. We people were not caring about all these things, but the British people were so fond of scientific, and understand the environment, understand the atmosphere, and understand the weather and all this. So they used to study. There were people who were actually studying, and that's why these weather stations, even the Earth ka magnetic field, they study. So there are almost, British has set up almost 12 magnetic study stations across India during their rule.
Right.
Okay, during their time. So they have set up all these things, multiple locations. Like 12, there were 12 stations were set up to study the magnetic effect or the magnetic field of the Earth. Like that, weather stations also they have set up across. Like even in Pune, there is a weather station. Okay, so the multiple locations, multiple city, like Nagpur maybe have weather station. So you might be hearing these words in news, like weather based on the weather station of Colaba or Santa Cruz and all the things in the news and all the things they do normally refer. So normally this broadcasting, media broadcasting, they normally get the data from these weather stations about the particular weather for particular.
Yeah.
Okay, so you will see these weather stations would be having a analog anemometer. There are 4 cups which are rotating, and that rotation is
Yes.
converted into the the speed of the wind at what it is blowing. Okay.
Yes.
Similarly, now since advancement of technology, we have this digital anemometer which is available. You can purchase it from Amazon also. It costs you around 300 to 500 rupees. Okay.
Okay.
Normally, this digital anemometer are used by pilots to see what is the current wind speed. And so normally, when we are flying a drone, the wind should not be more than 15 knots. Okay, it should be less than 15 knots to say fly your drone. If the wind is more than 15 knots, you are not supposed to fly your drone as per the permitted limit by the manufacturer. So you need to understand what is the permitted limit set by your manufacturers or OEM. Okay, based on that only you have to conduct your operation. So our drones are only suitable for flying below 15 knots of wind. Okay, so this is about the anemometer. So there is another way to measure the speed is measure the wind speed is by windsock. You would have seen this kind of balloon kind of thing flying at the airport, at the aerodrome, or some old buildings or home locations. You would see it. Okay, so it's a light, flexible cylinder or a cone mounted on a mast to show the direction and the strength of the wind, especially at the airfield. Okay, so lot even डिफेंस का जो एयरफील्ड होता है या एयरफोर्स का जो एयरफील्ड रहता है वहाँ पे आपने ये देखा रहेगा मोस्टली, या इवन द मूवीज में देखा रहेगा, सीरीज में देखा रहेगा, जहाँ पे सम शॉट इज बीन टेकन रिलेटेड टू फ्लाइंग द aeroplane or aircraft and all that things. So those locations you will see this structure. Okay, this is called windsock. It's a white, orange or white red strips on windsocks. These are not for decoration or anything, but basically it indicates the relative wind speed. So basically it has 5 sections. Okay, so if you see there are 5 different sections: first section, second, third, fourth and fifth. So if the first section is horizontal and remaining 4 are vertical, then we say the wind is blowing at 3 knots. If the first 2 sections are horizontal and 3 are vertical, then we say wind is blowing at 6 knots. If all the 5 sections are horizontal, okay, then we say it is 15 knots. So if you see every section is 3 knots of speed. So like if you see here, there are 3 sections are horizontal and 2 are vertical. So 3 into horizontal है, 3 into 3 is 9 knots. यहाँ पे देखो 4 है, so 4 into 3 is 12. यहाँ पे all 5 are, so 5 3s are
15.
So now I think whenever you see this kind of structure anywhere, you will able to interpret the wind speed. So anything, if your windsock is completely horizontal, the wind would be flowing at 15 or more. Okay, so minimum to make it horizontal, you require 15 knots of wind speed. Okay, and the direction. Okay, so it is moving all 360 direction. So जहाँ से wind आ रहा है, वो direction में उसको fly. So this is the direction right now. Even we put windsock at our flying location also. जहाँ पे हम लोग drone fly करते हैं, वहाँ पे हम लोग windsock लगा के रखते हैं during our flight. Currently नहीं लगा रहेगा या नहीं लगाते, because we normally remove it after flying sessions are completed. Because unnecessary, क्योंकि वहाँ पे बहुत ज़्यादा wind होता है, बहुत ज़्यादा, मतलब 15 knot mostly there you will flying wind flying more than 15 knots most of the time. अभी बीच में रेनी के टाइम तो it was very disastrous. Okay, so in fact हमारा जो होल्डिंग्स लगे हुए थे वहाँ पे ग्राउंड में, वो सारे उड़ गए. तो ये windsock तो बचेगा भी नहीं. Okay, so इसलिए we have removed that windsock. We normally put it whenever we want or when we are flying. अगर windsock नहीं है तो हम क्या करते हैं, anemometer यूज करते हैं just measure to find the wind speed. Okay, so any given point in time अगर हमारा wind is blowing by 15 knots or more, we will not fly the drone. Normally we land the drone, we'll wait for some time to reduce the wind speed and then we'll resume. अगर वो next 15-20 मिनट अगर आधा घंटा continuously 15 knots से fly हो रहा है, तो we may abort our flying activity at that point in time. Okay, clear now on the measuring the wind speed and the windsock, right? So looking at the windsock, you should able to tell me what is the wind speed currently going on and the direction. Okay, now let's see, understand wind basically. Okay, so different types of wind. So what we call each type of wind or the flow of air. Okay, so gust is a sudden increase in wind speed. What is it? Gust is a sudden increase in wind speed, often with a change in direction, lasting less than 1 minute. Okay, so remember these definitions. Gust is a sudden increase in wind speed, often with change in direction, lasting less than 1 minute. When it is less than 1 minute and it is a local effect. You might have felt this kind of time. All of a sudden अचानक wind आ जाता है.
Yeah.
But it is less than 1 minute with change in direction. That is called as
Gust.
Okay, so less than 1 minute is called gust. A lull is a period without waves of wind. एकदम silent, कुछ नहीं हो रहा है, no airflow, nothing. एकदम silent, calm. Okay, that point is called as lull.
Lull.
Okay, even sometimes even in the sea you will see there would be waves, big waves.
Yeah.
All of a sudden everything will become normal. एकदम आराम से, मतलब you will see no waves also. That period is called lull. Okay. What is squall now? Squall is again, see, sudden increase in wind speed. Here also it was sudden increase in wind speed, often with change in direction. Here also often with change in direction. So both conditions are same. So sudden increase हो रहा है, change in direction भी हो रहा है. But here it is saying lasting less than 1 minute. Lasting less than 1 minute, and it is a local effect. It is called gust. But if you see the squall, lasting 1 minute or more. Okay, so longer duration hai, right? Lasting for 1 minute or more and can cover a wide area. Here kya tha? Local
effect.
Right? Here it is can cover a wide area. You can see in the picture also, right? यहाँ पे देखो, it was only like some couple of trees. You can see it was flowing. Okay, where here it was covering a wide area. Squall is really important to be predicted. Okay, so you should understand when it is gust and when it is squall. Okay, carelessness on the part of the squall can result in crash of the drone and hence loss. Because यहाँ पे कैसे 1 minute से ज़्यादा fly हो रहा है, I mean wind flow हो रहा है, right? And lasting for more 1 or more time. Okay, it may be continuously for 5-10 minutes also हो सकता है sometimes. Okay. So it is really important. आपको जब squall हो रहा है ना, तो आपको दूर से ही पता चल जाएगा. Because you will see that wind is flowing, start flowing, lot of dust and all that things start rising and all that thing. So you should immediately know that there is a possibility the wind will hit you. Okay, so you should immediately stop your drone flying operations and activities. Clear?
Yes.
Any query on squall or gust? Clear? How you will able to differentiate? जब आप फील्ड पे रहोगे, प्रैक्टिकल्स कर रहे होगे, तभी आप अगर गस्ट को एक्सप्रेस करोगे तो you should tell about gust.
We say bhaura जो आता है, that is squall, right?
No, that is not squall. Bhaura is much more dangerous. Okay, भौरे के पहले का कंडीशन स्क्वॉल है एक्चुअली।
स्क्वॉल है, ओके, उसके बाद
स्क्वॉल में कैसे होता है ना, ऑल ऑफ सडन जस्ट विंड फ्लो हो रहा है, डस्टी फ्लो हो रहा है, सब मतलब रैंडम। भौरा जैसा हरिकेन जैसा रहता है, ट्रस्टी रहता है, राइट?
यस यस,
We'll see that next. Okay, you can
Okay.
see here.
हाँ,
So here in gust and squall it could be 15 or more knots. Okay,
हाँ.
but in gale exists when wind speed exists by 33 knots. यानी 15 knots से double. Normal airflow is about 15 knots, less than 15 knots. Okay, 15 knots normal wind flow से double हो रहा है. More than 15 to the 30.
30,
Okay, so more than 30 knots, that is 33 knots is gale. Okay, you can see बहुत flow हो रहा है, बहुत जोर से wind flow हो रहा है,
yeah,
waves are rushing and all that things. Okay, so that's very dangerous. So you normally don't fly in gale conditions. Okay, if the wind is blowing at, आपने देखा right? हमने मेटार में देखा 14 knots, 11 knots.
yes,
So these are acceptable, normal, right? उससे ज्यादा नहीं था, 14 knots से कहीं पे भी ज्यादा नहीं wind flow हो रहा था, right?
yeah,
But जब ऐसा स्टॉर्म आता है, जब आप स्टॉर्म आ रहा है, ये आ रहा है ना, दिस टाइप गेल एंड हरिकेन कंडीशंस होता है, तो यू सी द मेटा दैट पॉइंट टाइम, इट विल टेल यू, लाइक लास्ट वीक इट वाज शोइंग यू समवेयर अराउंड 30 knots of wind flowing in Mumbai that point in time. Okay, so gale exists when the wind speed exists by 33 knots. Hurricane is very very powerful, 4 times the normal wind speed. 15 फोर्जा कितना हो गया? 15 फोर्जा
60,
15 फोर्जा 60,
yeah,
more than 60 knots.
knots, yeah,
Hurricane exists when speed exceeds 63 knots. Okay, so आप देखो यहाँ पे जो भौरा फॉल हो रहा है ना, साइक्लोन हो रहा है. Okay, so this is very very dangerous. This is complete no for flight. Okay, so gale and hurricane are not suitable for
Flight.
not suitable for any kind of flying.
Any kind of
Normally people avoid flying. Okay, so that was about the wind. Any questions on the wind?
no sir.
The instrument we saw what is what condition,
Gosh,
gust, fall,
Yeah.
hurricane. Now let's see the clouds. Okay, now how to interpret the clouds, how to observe the cloud, how to identify the clouds. So cloud is what? It's a mass of minute water droplets or a tiny crystal of ice formed by the condensation of water vapor in free air at considerable elevation. So anything above the ground is called cloud. It's a mass of minute water droplets or tiny crystal of ice formed by the condensation of the water vapor in free air. As the clouds are formed at some height over the surface of the earth, they take various shapes. Okay, so जैसे अब cloud form होता है, they take different shapes. So according to their height, expanse, density, and transparency, clouds are grouped in 4 types. Okay, so there are only 4 types of cloud. Okay, लोग बहुत कंफ्यूज करते थे. आपने देखा, बुक्स, कोई भी बुक उठा के देखो, क्लाउड या इवन नेट पे सर्च करोगे, पीपल विल कंफ्यूज यू. साइरस क्यूमुलस है, साइरस स्ट्रेटस है, क्यूमुलस स्ट्रेटस है, मतलब ये चारों वर्ड्स है, इनको कॉम्बिनेशन यूज करके अलग अपना कैटेगरी बनाते हैं, अपना टाइप बनाते हैं. बट आइडेंटिफिकली टू आइडेंटिफाई देयर आर ओनली 4 स्ट्रेट टाइप्स: साइरस, क्यूमुलस, स्ट्रेटस and nimbus, and it's very easy to identify them. Okay, very easy to identify. Now if you see here, cirrus are formed at height of altitude of 8,000 to 12,000 height. काफी ऊंचाई पे form होते हैं. Okay, cirrus are very very, but they are thin and having feathery appearance. They are always white in color. You can see in the picture. Now this type of clouds अगर आपको दिखेगा तो आपको पता चल जाएगा, this is cirrus clouds. And
Yeah.
you see them there at very height, काफी ऊपर रहेगा स्काई में. Okay, so 8,000 12,000 feet meters के ऊपर रहेगा. But whereas you see cumulus are formed at 4,000 to 7,000, cirrus के नीचे form होते हैं, because they are very heavier. Okay, they exist in patches, can be scattered here and there. Cumulus looks like a cotton wool. You can see the difference in the appearance. यहाँ पे
Yes.
feathery appearance है, यहाँ पे cotton wool के जैसे है. तो अभी आपको क्लाउड देखते ही पता चल जाएगा. ओके, दीज आर साइरस क्लाउड, दीज आर क्यूमुलस क्लाउड. कभी कभी क्या होता है, सिंस देयर इज नो डिफरेंशिएटिंग बिटवीन द एरिया, ओके, जैसे अभी 7,000 और 8,000 इज अ वेरी थिन बाउंड्री ओवर हियर, तो कभी कभी फेदरी और क्लाउडी एक जगह पे ऐसे हो जाता है, तो पब्लिक उसको बोलते हैं साइरस क्यूमुलस, बट साइरस आर फेदरी, दे आर ऑलवेज थिन, okay, feathery in appearance. Cumulus are scattered here and there. There looks like a cotton wool. So
Cotton.
it has its own structure appearance of the cloud. So you should not mix them. Okay, Cyrus, Cumulus ऐसा नहीं. Cyrus को Cyrus बोलो, Cumulus को Cumulus.
Cumulus को cumulus.
Don't mix them. A lot of people do that.
Yeah, I have heard of cumulonimbus.
Yeah. Then you see stratus. They are layered cloud. अभी जैसे अभी पूरा अभी आप देखो मुंबई में stratus clouds. These are layered clouds covering large portion of the sky. These clouds are generally formed either due to loss of heat or mixing of air with the different temperature. क्योंकि अभी बारिश हो रहा है, टेम्परेचर भी है, तो ये कॉम्बिनेशन की वजह से क्लाउड फॉर्म होता है. So these clouds are called stratus clouds. Okay, and they cover the large portion of the sky. हम देखा ना, अभी हमने पिक्चर में भी देखा, राइट, पूरा इंडिया का मैप के ऊपर पूरा क्लाउड 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 था. ओके, अगर कल का मैप देखा होता तो आपने देखा होगा पूरा महाराष्ट्र कवर था क्लाउड्स. ओके, तो अगर हम शाम को आज देखते, लेट्स सी ऑब्जर्व इन द इवनिंग, एंड ऑफ जस्ट रिमाइंड मी, अपन देखेंगे कि व्हाट इज द चेंज इन द क्लाउड पैटर्न. ओके, निम्बस क्लाउड्स आर ब्लैक एंड जैसे हमारा रेनी चालू होता है काफी स्ट्रॉन्ग, लाइक लास्ट टू लास्ट वीक जब बहुत रेन हो रहा था, दैट टाइम निम्बस क्लाउड्स वर देयर, ब्लैक डार्क ग्रे. They form at middle level or very near to the surface of the earth. They are extremely dense and thick, so they don't have any shape. पूरा कवर कर जाता है, विजिबिलिटी आपका जीरो हो जाता है पूरा, राइट. यू कैन सी दिस टाइप ऑफ क्लाउड्स. ये हमने देखा था लास्ट वीक में था ये क्लाउड्स मुंबई में, अक्रॉस महाराष्ट्र एवरीवेयर दिस क्लाउड्स वर देयर.
Correct.
तो जब बहुत हेवी रेन होता है तो नॉर्मली यू विल सी निम्बस. सो दीज आर वेरी इजी टू आइडेंटिफाई बिकॉज दे आर इन ब्लैक एंड ग्रे कलर. The rest are all white. All three types are white color, but depending on their appearance and shape, you can call them either cirrus, cumulus, या stratus है. Nimbus तो black and gray है, तो very easy to understand. Okay, so there are only four types of
Four
cloud.
types of cloud.
Okay, so yesterday we were talking about VLOS conditions, right? Visual line of sight. So cloud distance and visibility. So cloud के distance and cloud की वजह से हमारी विजिबिलिटी काफी कम, जैसे अभी हमारी विजिबिलिटी 3000 मीटर्स ही बताया था, राइट. मुंबई एयरपोर्ट के हिसाब से, मेटार के हिसाब से द विजिबिलिटी इन मुंबई इज ओनली 3000 मीटर्स. दैट मींस 3 किलोमीटर. 3000 मीटर्स इज नथिंग बट 3 किलोमीटर्स. ओके, सो इफ यू आर स्टैंडिंग ओवर हियर होल्डिंग योर रिमोट कंट्रोल, इफ योर ड्रोन इज समवेयर अराउंड 0.5 miles, you might see it very clearly, but as it goes further away, like if the distance between you and the drone doubles up, 0.5 से 1 mile हो गया,
1 mile.
so you can see how it becomes fainter. You are not able to see the drone. As it goes further away, it becomes more and more fainter. So 2 miles के ऊपर तो hardly you can see it.
See it.
By 2.5 miles, you hardly, I mean, next to impossible. You are not able to see this exactly. Okay, 3 miles पे तो दिखा ही नहीं रहा, it completely disappear. So your visibility, normal condition में visibility is between 2 to 2.5 miles deep. Okay, so this is what how you understand. So normal conditions में है good weather conditions, okay, good eyesight, good visibility, you might see your drone up to 2 to 2.5 miles, not beyond that. Okay, अगर दिखना है तो क्या होना चाहिए, ड्रोन काफी बड़ा होना चाहिए. That's why we see aeroplane, अगर इससे भी ज्यादा दूर है तो एरोप्लेन दिखता है. क्यों दिखता है? Because एरोप्लेन
Because it's big. It's big.
लाइक हमको बहुत दूर 5-10 किलोमीटर दूर अगर माउंटेन भी रहेगा तो माउंटेन दिखता है. क्यों दिखता है? Because structure is big.
Big.
Whereas compared to that, अगर माउंटेन के ऊपर का सरफेस के ऊपर क्या है नहीं दिखता है. बहुत सारे ट्रीज होते हैं लेकिन दिखाई नहीं देते हमको, राइट. इट लुक्स वेरी इवन स्ट्रक्चर, राइट, प्लेन स्ट्रक्चर जैसा दिखता है. लेकिन माउंटेन की जैसे हम लोग नजदीक जाते हैं तो वी सी ओके ट्रीज है, ये है, यू नो, उसका मतलब शेप पूरा क्लियर पड़ जाता है. नहीं तो नॉर्मली माउंटेन एकदम ऐसे जस्ट बेल शेप जैसा दिखाई देता है आपको, अपसाइड डाउन बेल करके, राइट, बेल शेप जैसा दिखाई देता है. सो डिपेंडिंग अपॉन द साइज ऑफ द स्ट्रक्चर, द विजिबिलिटी. तो नॉर्मली जो हम लोग ड्रोन फ्लाई करते हैं उसका विजिबिलिटी हमको या ऑब्जर्वेशनल हमको 2 माइल से 2.5 माइल्स तक ही है. ओके, नॉट बियॉन्ड दैट. So anybody asks you what is your visual line of sight, you should tell that our visual line of sight in a normal condition would be around 2 miles to 2.5 miles.
2 miles to 2.5 miles. Okay.
ठीक है?
Normal visual. Yes.
Normal.
Okay, sir.
कंसिडरिंग द गुड विजिबल कंडीशन. अगर आपका कंडीशन विजिबल कंडीशन बहुत खराब है, जैसे अभी अभी काफी कम है, ओके, अगर हमारा और डिटोरेट होगा तो मे बी इवन समटाइम्स 100 मीटर्स दूर भी हमको दिखाई नहीं देता, 100-200 मीटर्स पे. जैसे अगर आप लोनावला जाओगे या इगतपुरी जाओगे, वहाँ पे फॉग हो जाता है तो पूरा विजिबिलिटी आपका रिड्यूस हो जाता है. तो यू मे नॉट एबल टू सी द ड्रोन इवन 100-200 फीट पे भी दिखाई नहीं देता, या 100 मीटर्स पे भी नहीं दिखाई देता. Okay.
Yeah.
So cloud and fog. How do you differentiate between cloud and fog? Cloud and fog both form when the water vapor condenses or freezes to form a tiny droplets or crystalline air. So cloud and fog both are almost same. कोई difference नहीं है. But cloud can form at many different altitudes, and cloud is always above the ground.
Ground.
When it is near to the ground or touches the ground, it is called as fog.
Fog.
So cloud और fog में difference कुछ नहीं, same ही है. Only when it is above the ground we call them as a cloud. When it is touching the ground or near to the ground, it is called as fog. Normally हमने winter में देखा रहेगा कि normally near the sea banks, river banks, lake, near the sea, watery areas, you will see fog forming
Yeah.
the ground. Okay, so we call that as a fog. लेकिन वो cloudy है actually. ठीक है? So fog is defined as a cloud with its base at or very near the ground. You can see in the picture, right? A fog is caused by cooling. As the air cools, it's become denser and drains into low areas such as river valleys, where the thick fog accumulation may occur. So normally हम देखें लोनावला जाते हैं, महाबलेश्वर जाते हैं, या इवन इगतपुरी जाते हैं, ऐसे लोकेशंस पे जाते हैं जहाँ पे वैली है, राइट? Those locations normally you will see most of the time fog accumulation. Okay, even in summer time में भी fog होता है वहाँ पे most of the time, because वो वहाँ पे टेम्परेचर इतना ड्रॉप हो जाता है, कूलिंग हो जाता है. Okay, the fog caused by evaporation when cool air moves over the warm water, enough moisture may evaporate from the water surface to produce saturation. हमने ये कभी कभी देखा रहेगा, लाइक हम कार पार्क करके रखते हैं विंटर में या समटाइम्स, तो हम देखते हैं कि बाहर के साइड से पूरा बॉडी के ऊपर पानी जमा हुआ रहता है. ओके, बिकॉज द टेम्परेचर इनसाइड द कार इज हॉटर, ओके, वेयर आउटसाइड द टेम्परेचर इज कूलर, तो वो इवापोरेशन हो जाता है. ओके, सो वो वाटर पूरा ड्रॉपलेट्स आपका इवन लीव्स के ऊपर आपने देखा रहेगा मोस्ट ऑफ द टाइम, तो वाटर, दिस इज बेसिकली फॉग caused by the evaporation. Okay, when the cool air moves over the warm air. So आप देखो ट्री का जो लीव्स होता है कोल्ड रहता है, नीचे के साइड टेम्परेचर कोल्ड रहता है, ऊपर के ऊपर थोड़ा सा क्या बोलते हैं हॉट रहता है. So that difference will cause the evaporation over there. So the water, tiny water droplets, you will see they are formed on the surface. It could be leaves, it could be even like अगर आपने टेंट में कभी स्टे किया होगा तो आप देखो विंटर में कभी कभी टेंट बाहर से पूरा गीला हो जाता है, ओके, और अंदर से भी गीला हो जाता है समटाइम्स. सो दैट इज बेसिकली बिकॉज ऑफ इवापोरेशन. ओके, देन विंड shear. Wind shear is nothing but sudden change in wind direction and the speed. So there are two types of wind shears. One is vertical wind shear, यानी कि altitude के हिसाब से change होता है, and there is something called horizontal. So lateral position change होता है with respect to given altitude. Okay, so vertical wind shear is change in wind speed or direction with change in altitude. Whereas horizontal wind shear is change in wind speed and change in lateral position for a given altitude. यहाँ पे आपका altitude same है, lateral position change हो रहा है. यहाँ पे क्या हो रहा है, आपका speed और direction change हो रहा है with respect to the altitude. So you can see wind shear. यहाँ पे wind था, अचानक से विंड आपका ऊपर राइज हो रहा है. यहाँ पे क्या हो रहा है, हॉरिजॉन्टली विंड आपका डायरेक्शन और स्पीड बढ़ रहा है यहाँ पे. ओके, सो देयर आर टू डिफरेंट टाइप्स ऑफ विंड शेयर्स. ओके, सो बोथ आर नॉट गुड फॉर फ्लाइंग कंडीशन ऑल ऑफ सडन. तो ये नॉर्मली दिस विंड शेयर विल कॉज टर्बुलेंस. ओके,
Yeah.
so what is turbulence? A sudden violent shift in air. ये जो विंड शेयर्स बोलते हैं ना, दिस कॉजेस टर्बुलेंस. They are caused by wind, storm, jet streams, object near the particular ranges. जैसे आप माउंटेन पे भी क्लाइंब करते हो या डिसेंड करते हो नियर द माउंटेन, यू माइट सी डिफरेंस इन wind speed and direction. Okay, so turbulence intensity is like light rise. आपका एरोप्लेन 1 मीटर ऊपर नीचे हो सकता है, so that is very light, hardly noticeable to passengers, यानी आपको पता नहीं चल रहा. बट अगर मॉडरेट टर्बुलेंस है, राइज ऑफ ड्रॉप ऑफ 3 to 6 मीटर्स, काफी ऊपर नीचे एरोप्लेन हो रहा है, धड़ हो रहा है. ओके, तो ड्रिंक में स्पिल. ओके, तो नॉर्मली कैबिन क्रू बोलते हैं कि वी आर स्टॉप सर्विंग द फूड एंड बेवरेजेस.
Exactly.
So that is the moderate time. अगर सीवियर है, सीवियर इज वेरी डेंजरस. ओके, तो ऑक्यूपाइड मे बी प्रोन इफ नॉट स्ट्रैप्ड इन. तो नॉर्मली जब मॉडरेट फीलिंग होता है तो नॉर्मली पायलट विल टेल यू टू रिटर्न टू योर सीट and fasten your seat belt.
Pass and proceed.
Seat belts. Okay, so moderate. Severe is very dangerous. So that point in time, pilot may contact ATC and request for change in altitude or change in direction. Okay, so normally they will correct. Okay, so if you have a severe turbulent rise and drop up to 30 meters, है, ये काफी change है. So this is very dangerous condition to fly. So normally avoid this type of turbulent area.
Terrible.
तो जैसे आपको moderate feeling आ गया तो आप normally we will start requesting ATC to change the altitude. Okay? You will not wait for turbulence to become severe and then calling. So you should be able to interpret, like आपका बहुत aeroplane by the turbulence feel कर रहा है, तो you should request immediately change in altitude or change in direction.
Yeah.
Of course. Okay, so let's see what are the weather impacts on the base operations. So basically cloud अगर 9,000 feet के ऊपर है, distance to cloud is 2,000. तो नॉर्मली हमारा क्या होता है, विजुअल लाइन ऑफ साइट इम्पैक्ट करता है. अगर विजिबिलिटी इज लेस देन 3 miles तो क्या हो जाएगा, अगेन विजुअल लाइन ऑफ साइट इम्पैक्ट करेगा. फॉग क्लाउड पर्सिपिशन, तो फॉग क्लाउड पर्सिपिशन होता है तो एयरफ्रेम पे लोड आ सकता है, शॉर्ट सर्किट हो सकता है इलेक्ट्रॉनिक्स में, विजुअल लॉस ऑफ इम्पैक्ट भी हो सकता है. ओके, आइसिंग भी फॉर्म होता है. जैसे अगर आप कश्मीर में ड्रोन फ्लाई कर रहे हो या यूरोपियन कंट्रीज में अगर आप ड्रोन फ्लाई कर रहे हो तो लॉट ऑफ टाइम आइस इज फॉर्म्ड ऑन द frames or on the body of the drones. Okay, एरोप्लेन के ऊपर भी आइस फॉर्म हो जाता है तो काफी बार क्रैशेस हुए हैं. ओके, इसीलिए आप देखो रिसेंट अभी जो एरोप्लेन है जैसे एयरबस है, बोइंग है, दे आर बीन फिटेड विद द डी आइसिंग फंक्शनैलिटी. तो डी आइसिंग फंक्शनैलिटी इज नथिंग बट इट इज अ हीटर.
Heater.
हीटर कॉइल्स रहता है. तो जैसे पायलट कैबिन से देखता है कि देयर इज अ आइसिंग फॉर्म्ड ऑन द विंग्स, he will start the de-icing functionality. Okay, just give me a moment. I have a call I need to take.
Yes, sir.
Okay, sir.
ओके सो बेसिकली आइसिंग की वजह से भी क्रिटिकल परफॉर्मेंस या सेफ्टी इश्यूज की वजह से लॉस ऑफ एयरक्राफ्ट हो सकता है या लॉस ऑफ रोड हो सकता है. लाइटनिंग की वजह से भी, लेकिन नॉर्मली हम लोग अभी विजुअल लाइन ऑफ साइट में फ्लाई कर रहे हैं. बट अगर फिक्स विंग हम लोग फ्लाई कर रहे हैं तो मोस्ट ऑफ टाइम इवन लाइटनिंग की वजह से भी कम्युनिकेशन हमारा चैलेंजेस आ सकता है बिकॉज इट इफेक्ट्स द रेडियो फ्रीक्वेंसी इंटरफेरेंस. ओके, फिर हमने देखा विंड और विंड शेयर, टर्बुलेंस एंड ऑल दैट थिंग्स, लॉस ऑफ कंट्रोल, इनएबिलिटी टू रिटर्न टू होम, मिशन फेलियर्स, ये सब सारी चीजें हो सकती है. मॉडरेट और ग्रेटर टर्बुलेंस नॉर्मली अगर हम लोग एनकाउंटर करते हैं तो विल नॉर्मली reduce the mission duration. Yeah, normally we'll abort the mission. Okay, so these are all weather impacts on UAS operations. Any questions here so far?
No, sir.
No, sir.
Okay, so with that we complete our weather and meteorology topic. Okay, that is our 7th module.
Morning.
So, अभी 12:10 हुआ है तो लेट्स कंटिन्यू फॉर अनदर 20 minutes and then we will take a break.
Okay, sir.
तर आज लवकर होईल ना? It will be finished early or like how it is?
Let's see. जल्दी हो गया तो जल्दी हो गया. I mean, I am not seeing the time. I am interested in.
No. I'm just I know. Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, so हो गया तो आपके लिए अच्छा है, मेरे लिए भी अच्छा है.
Yes.
But then more like कल आपने देखा, कल अभी मैं देखो जहाँ पे मुझे रश करना है तो I can do it, but then I don't believe in rushing out. मैं कल ही
Exactly.
आपका हाइब्रिड का सेशन में कल ही ले लेता आपका.
Exactly.
जो चीज
Yes.
जरूरी है वो मैं आपको वो टाइम पे डिलीवर करूंगा, बट जो चीज
बरोबर आहे.
है ना जितना टाइम
होय.
लगेगा.
चालेल.
तो